I got it. So, like, there's nothing we can do about it. This is always
Yeah, they won't do my roof. Oh, yeah. Most of the time, so.
I can get a second.
It's not the kind of you buy,
Right.
stuff like
Okay.
so it's almost
I don't want to send it.
3,000.
So
But what you have to have is you have to have a lot of stone. And it just oil soaks into it, so that the stone is big. You know, I got moss, I got the daisies. They won't do it.
it's their summer haircut, right?
I'm not wearing the,
I'm scared to go take my roof out. Any desire to go up there again. Look at that thing.
I had tennis shoes on, and I always wore, and then wore short sleeves, I always wanted that extra.
Yeah.
And I brought it to the church. No, I mean, sitting on the beach, just talking, you know, I mean, we're.
It would be Dan.
Seems fair. Seems fair. Are you guys ready? Yeah. All right. Very good. Welcome to the regular city meeting, City Commission, Monday, April 14th, 7 p.m. At this time, we have some recognition. I would like to invite up Representative Brad Paquette. He will present a tribute to the McCoy Creek's Trail Extension for the groundbreaking.
Thank you, Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and appreciate being able to be here. I've gotten a little sickness last month to my family, and we were kind of giving it back and forth to each other the last couple of weeks. So grateful to be able to be here to present this. I just wanted to read a little bit of this tribute. It's meant to archive historical moments which happened last month, March 10th. From the state of Michigan to McCoy's Creek Trail Extension. Let it be known that it is with great appreciation for the hard work, dedication, and vision that we gather today, on that day, to commemorate the grand achievement of McCoy's Creek Trail Extension to River St. Joseph Brewery. As members of the Buchanan community come together to celebrate this milestone, we proudly add our voice to honor the countless individuals who have worked so tirelessly to bring this remarkable project to life. Far more than a simple path, the McCoy's Creek Trail Extension embodies the shared vision and persistent determination of Buchanan's residents, leaders, and partners. A dream first shared by Buchanan visionaries including Dick Proud, Russ Stevens, Michelle Clark, Lloyd Miller, Jack McClellan, and Mike Hughes. This extension now connects key areas of our city, including E.B. Clark Woods in the downtown, and offers a route to River St. Joe Brewery. It stands as a symbol of progress, collaboration, and community spirit. The first step in linking Buchanan to the regional trail system was achieved through the combined efforts of the Friends of McCoy's Creek Trail, local government, businesses, and state and federal partners. This extension enhances recreational opportunities while promoting health, handicap accessibility, sustainability, economic growth, while marking the first step in connecting our community to the Indiana-Michigan River Valley Trail. This project stands as a testament to the power of community collaboration and the transformation that it represents will benefit Buchanan for generations to come. In special tribute, therefore, this document is signed and dedicated to commemorate the opening of McCoy's Creek Trail Extension. May this trail continue to bring our community together, promote health and well-being, and offer an enduring legacy for all who enjoy its beauty and benefits. And this is signed by myself, the State Senator, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist, and then Governor Gretchen. I wanted to present this to the board tonight.
Perfect. And at this time, I actually would like to, Jerry, do you want to come up and be the representative for the trail at this time? And we will do like a mock ceremony as we would have if you hadn't been dealing with sickness, and I'm glad that you guys are all healthy and well now, so thank you.
Is it okay if I bring the entire committee?
Absolutely, please do.
Annie, Don, who else?
Where are you guys going for that?
This is now wiping these,
Did you want your shovels?
and Marcy.
And Mark, all right.
Taking a selfie.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate your grace and allow me to do this tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Can I use it on the bar?
Yeah. How are you?
I've got some thank yous that I would like to do on behalf of the committee. First of all, Rich Murphy and Marcy did a wonderful job with the grant funding needed to make this project happen. Susanna and Eric did a wonderful job of laying the whole thing out and doing all the engineering. We appreciate them very much. Department of Public Works, I can't say enough about Mike Baker and his crew. They've helped us time and time again. And now with the wonderful storm that we had last week, they're gonna be giving us a lot of time because the trail, I don't know if anybody's been out behind the Elliott property, but it looks like World War III happened back there, so. City staff and commissioners, thank you very much. River St. Joe, Annie, thank you for allowing us to go through your property for the trail. The committee, and then also, we've been getting a lot of donation work-wise from the Boy Scouts here in Buchanan. They have had, I think, 6 Eagle Scout projects on the trail, most of them being on the Shermer Parkway side, but I think there's one out on the other side, so they've done a wonderful job helping us. Ever since we had the bad storm and the trees go down, we've had a lot of offers for people that want to volunteer to help us with that. And we appreciate that, but it's extremely hard because it's just a trail to get equipment back there. You can't take a big truck back there, you can't take some other equipment that they might need. So Mike and his crew are gonna pull a chipper behind a pickup truck, and they're gonna take all the stuff and blow all the chips right back into the woods, which will saves them from hauling it out, and it'll save an awful lot of work. As a thank you to the city staff working in this building and the DPW, this week the trail group worked out with Gary Z's a free lunch. So anybody that works for the city here and or the DPW can go down to Gary Z's this week and get a lunch on the trail committee. So thanks again for all your work. You did a great job. Now, I have one proclamation to give. We had the groundbreaking a couple weeks ago, and the AEP representative was not available, and she's here tonight. Mona Livingston's her name. AEP gave us a significant donation to get the trail started, the construction, and they also worked with us on securing land. So, thank you very much.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Let me show that.
Thank you, Jerry.
As a part of the groundbreaking, we had all the McCoy Creek Committee out there for the groundbreaking, and they used these wonderful shovels, and we were just gonna present one to the DPW, knowing that they probably could handle something like this. So it basically just says McCoy Creek Trail groundbreaking, March 10th, 2025. By hand, buddy, by hand.
Thank you. I'll hang this on the wall.
Yeah, they get the golden shovel. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody who was involved. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful event, and now we got to see it in a small scale here in a smaller room. So thank you everybody who was involved. It was wonderful. At this time, I would like to invite Peter Lisi up to give a brief overview of, prior to the proclamation, he's going to give us some historical information and what we've achieved recently with our current building here at the City Hall.
Yes. When you walked in, you might have noticed this little plaque to the left of the door. This is a historic building. This building is on the National Register now. And a building doesn't have to be old, and it doesn't have to be Victorian with turrets and columns and gingerbread in order to be a historic structure. This building is a contributing resource to the Clark Equipment Company Administrative Complex National Register Historic District. It's an important structure that contributes to the historicity of the entire district. And without this building, the district would be diminished, wouldn't be as good. So the district is Randy's building, building 324, Chunks, the pump house, the guard house, the transformer house, Lehman's, and then this building. That forms the National Register Historic District. And the three major buildings show an interesting progression because Randy's building was a factory building, early heavy industry. Then Steve's Lehman's building was built at the end of World War II, and it represents the innovation and the quality testing and the showroom for Clark. And then this building, built in 1966, is built in the international style, and it represents the international period of Clark Equipment, when Clark Equipment was around the world. And in 1967, it was the 154th biggest industry in the biggest business in the United States. So, you know, people talk about the Fortune 500. Well, this was in the top third of the Fortune 500. All that in Little Buchanan, headquartered here in Buchanan. So this is an important building for the district, and I'm hoping that the city will honor it and respect the building. And then just looking to the future, if the city ever moves out of this building and becomes a commercial structure or private, private ownership that pays taxes, any work that the owner does on the building that meets Secretary of Interior standards for rehabilitation will get a substantial tax credit. So if city moves out at some point, one of the selling points for the building will be if you renovate it properly, you'll get, I don't know if it's 20 or 25% back from the federal government on your taxes. So it's a nice incentive going forward. And I mean, that's true with all the buildings in the district. So
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank
Thank you so much for that information. Amazing. So at this time, I'm going to read the proclamation to confirm everything that Peter had just so graciously given us information on. And thank you for that. There's a lot of history there that many of us are unaware of, and it's always amazing to hear that. So at this time, City of Buchanan, County of Berrien, State of Michigan proclamation recognizing City Hall as part of the National Register of Historic District. Whereas the City of Buchanan, Michigan has a rich past and a strong sense of community. Whereas the City Hall building is a testament to the history and the symbol of civic pride. And whereas the building was designated building number 51 and comprises a part of the administrative complex for the Clark Equipment Company. Whereas it's been recognized as a contributing resource within the Clark Administrative Complex, National Register of Historic District. And whereas the preservation and maintenance of this historic landmark are essential to ensuring the continued vibrance of our community. Now therefore it be resolved that I, Mark Whedon, Mayor of the City of Buchanan, do hereby proclaim April 14th, 2025 as a day to recognize and celebrate the historic City Hall building. I urge all residents to join me in honoring this important landmark and enduring legacy. So, very good. Thank you, Peter, once again. Very good. Okay, at this time we have American Electric Power Proclamation, a proclamation of appreciation to the American Electric Power AEP. So I'm going to read the proclamation, and then I kind of want to give a quick backstory on what transpired to get us to this point today, and why we invited Mona not only for the recognition earlier by the trail, which is also fantastic. This next one was not so joyous, but her reaction time and the team's reaction time to what it did to benefit Buchanan directly is what led to this. So if you bear with me just a moment, and I'll read that. The City of Buchanan, County of Berrien, State of Michigan, Proclamation of Appreciation to American Electric Power. On March 30th of 2025, the City of Buchanan and surrounding areas experienced a severe storm event that resulted in widespread power outages, fallen trees, damaged infrastructure, and dangerous conditions for residents. The timing of this storm coincided with a significant cold snap, placing additional strain on the community, imposing increased risk to health and safety and well-being of our residents. AEP responded with urgency, professionalism, and mobilizing crews and resources to rapidly assess the damage, restore power lines, and ensure the safe and efficient return of electric service to our community. AEP's extraordinary efforts enabled power restoration across the City of Buchanan in a remarkably short period of time, and given the widespread and complex nature of the damage, helping to restore a sense of normalcy and security to residents and businesses alike. The City of Buchanan recognizes the dedication and coordination of long hours of the AEP team, including linemen, technicians, support staff, and leadership who work tirelessly under challenging conditions to serve our community. Now therefore it is proclaimed that the City Commission of the City of Buchanan does hereby express its sincere appreciation and gratitude to AEP for the swift and effective response to the March 30th, 2025 storm, and therefore on the unwavering commitment to public service and the community's safety. That copy of this proclamation will be presented to AEP as a token of the city's gratitude and recognition of their exemplary service. So on this day, the 14th of April, on behalf of the City Commission, want to say thank you and our deepest appreciation. So, like I said, a quick backstory. Most people in this room were affected by that, and I don't know if anybody else has seen storms of that nature to that magnitude, and if you have, I've never seen a response time from AEP that was so swift and so diligent to really tackle the most impactful areas that really affected, most importantly, our senior community. I'm certain there were some that were on oxygen and needed to have the electricity restored as quickly as possible. They dedicated themselves to the part of the city to get us up and running between the DPW, the City Hall, our downtown business owners, so that they could have a functioning business and provide food and nourishment to people who didn't have the opportunity to make food at home. So this came about through Tony and I having a discussion, and I thought, what better way to appreciate them than to come up with a proclamation. So thank you so much, Mona, for that.
Thank you, and we truly want to be partners with our communities. And our team, we did have a really major storm. We had 60,000 customers out at the peak. So our teams did put in a lot of hours. So we appreciate that you recognized us and took note of it. So thank you for that. And some of our team members wanted to be here, but they worked an outage overnight, so they were all like, "We're done."
And you're done.
Geniality.
Well, there's that. Okay, at this time, not to negate all of this fun, amazing things, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Roll call, please.
Whedon,
Here.
Bianski,
Yep.
Money.
Present.
Swam.
Present.
And George. Here. You have a quorum.
Thank you. All right, at this time, I will take a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
This is Money. I'll move to approve the agenda as presented.
Thank you. Do we have support?
I'll support.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Very good. Thank you. Okay, at this time, we will take public comment. For agenda items only, please keep your comments to 3 minutes and approach the podium and state your name for the record. Okay.
Norma's not here.
That's true. Okay, seeing no public approaching, we will move on. Consent agenda. I will take a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Also move.
I got Swam moving. You support?
You support, Dan? Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Thank you. We currently do not have any scheduled matters from the floor. We move on to reports by departments, committees, and boards. Mr. Rich Murphy, Community Development Director.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Rich Murphy, Community Development Director. In case you haven't noticed, there's a lot going on in Buchanan right now. And I just, for the benefit of the public, wanted to give a couple brief updates. Firstly, on the old feed mill, Baroda Tire Shop building, we are under contract. Work is underway. The pre-construction meeting happened last week. The contractor Melching and subcontractors are on site and anticipate a 4 to 6 week project period for demolition. We are awaiting when the actual first pieces will come down, and we will be updating social media and going door to door with door hangers so residents are aware. We did give a mailer about 10 days ago, letting people know exactly what was happening and what the city's plans are for the property. So we should start to see activity very soon. Secondly, on the downtown project communication, we are continuing with regular updates via social media. We know it's frustrating. We are generally receiving positive feedback about our communication. We're trying to stay on top of things and tell people what we know before it happens so that they can make adjustments. We'll continue to stay on it. As always, we appreciate your feedback, but there's a lot going on, and we want to do our best to keep ahead of the communication game. Thirdly, McCoy's Creek Trail Extension. In case you haven't noticed, there's a trail being built. It's right now that most of the activity, construction activity, is right in front of the brewery, River St. Joe Brewery. Trail has been carved, gravel has been laid. They're actually grading the kind of cool part of the trail, which traverses off of River St. Joe's property and continues down Walton Road. You'll get to see a little bit more of how that grading will shake out. We had to make a couple adjustments, but all good. There will be construction beginning on Shermer Parkway as soon as the 21st of April, and that is a reconstruction of the road, so it will require some road closures. We will be ahead of that. Residents along Shermer Parkway have already received door-to-door door hangers on that project, and we'll get a map out with more precise information on closing and timing. But you know, it's part of all of this investment in quality of life and infrastructure that we're doing. I'd say we're ripping the Band-Aid off right now. It's happening all at once, so we appreciate the residents' understanding, and just keep your eye on the prize, which is a new trail, a new downtown, new pipes in the street for the next 100 years. So these are big projects, and we just appreciate the patience, continued patience of the residents. That's all I had.
I got a couple questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we gonna have to move that electric pole up there at the feed mill, or are they gonna have to work around that? That's
It's
just a curiosity.
disconnected right now, so I will get a more accurate answer from the engineers on it, but there's no active power right now to the building.
Okay, And then, oh God. Oh,
By the way, just a
pictures.
shout out to AEP. We called them last week because there was one wire still connected, and they were out the same day to take care of it for
Well,
us.
thank you very much. Pictures of what Front Street looks like after it's done. Do we have anything available that we could put out there?
Yes. We have
Yeah.
site plans, probably some renderings. Yes, we do. Actually, that's on the project website, but if you'd like, we could download them.
It is, well, okay, thank you for putting that.
Yeah, it's in
It's
that
on, it,
front.
but if we could push it, maybe we could put it on our website too. At least a couple of pictures of it being finished or how it's gonna look like.
I like that idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It wasn't mine. I'm
Okay.
just relaying. Thank you.
Very good.
Anything
Yeah,
else?
thanks, Dan.
Thanks,
All
Rich.
right.
Thank you, Rich.
Rich.
Appreciate it. All right. We do not have any unfinished, I'm sorry.
Good?
Sorry, I was just making sure he was right.
All right. All right. You pointed at him like, wait a second, we got more?
She's making sure you're up, you're awake, you ready?
You guys notice
Okay.
I keep creeping over the
Yeah.
front now, you know what I mean?
Away from that stick.
There goes that trust issue. Okay, unfinished business, we do not currently have any. Moving on to new business, resolution 2025.04/13. Resolution to authorize issuance of general obligation limited tax bond series 2025.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
This is for that obligation we've been talking for a while now. It is gonna cover the balance we have on the downtown construction project and the emergency paving that we have out for bid right now. This sets the overall parameters for that offering. Our intent right now is to finalize the deal at 4.75 or better. No prepayment penalty on that 20-year amortization with our rights to restructure that loan at certain periods throughout it. Once you guys approve this evening, we're into active negotiations starting this week. Get this all tied up and bring the final thing back for you for execution.
Very good. Okay, at this time, I'll take a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll move to approve resolution 2025.04/13 as presented.
Thank you, sir. Do we have support?
Money I'll support.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Swam,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski,
Yes.
and Money.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, item B, resolution 2025.04/14, a resolution to negotiate the summer school tax collection fee.
So this just gives Treasurer Perez a chance to negotiate the school tax collection fees, what you have every year. Once she starts to negotiate, she'll come back with the final number here probably by next month for you guys.
Very good, thank you. At this time, I'll take a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll move to approve resolution 2025.04/14 as presented.
Thank you, sir. Do we have support?
I'll support.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
George,
Yes.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski,
Yes.
Money,
Yes.
and Swam.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item C, resolution 2025.04/15, a resolution establishing fees for the road right-of-way permits and policy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Before you hear in the policies in your packet as well, we didn't have a really good permit process for work in the right-of-way, along with restoration details and standards and all that, so we've tightened that up. But also, we weren't charging people to work in our right-of-way, private utilities and everything else. That is our right-of-way as a community. What this does, it gives us some more protections and on that. So for the private utility companies, it will now be a $300 permit fee for that. That recognizes our cost to manage the process on their behalf when they're working on right-of-ways. And then for private people, if you're doing a dumpster, if you need a portable storage thing, something like, it's $25. Reflective of, that just covers our staff processing time to do the permit, get the cars out and that sort of thing. So what this does is it cleans up our right-of-way process and actually puts some fees on it to recover our costs for helping in those right-of-way instances.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Tony.
And this is probably something that we needed to do for quite a while. I mean, it hasn't been done.
Yeah.
No.
Just so people know, it hasn't been done, and so now we're catching up.
Yeah, we literally have one company that showed up working our right-of-ways last week without a permit.
Right.
This tightens that up so that doesn't happen.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, at this time, I'll take a motion to approve the resolution.
This is Money. I'll move to approve resolution 2025.04/15 as presented.
Thank you, sir. Do we have support?
I'll support.
Thank you, sir. Roll call, please. Our discussion, sorry. No? Okay, roll call, please.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski,
Yes.
Money,
Yes.
Swam,
Yes.
and George.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to item D, tin shop bid. Consider approving the tin shop roof bid replacement.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
This dates back to a grant that was submitted last year to the Michigan Council Arts and Cultural Affairs for $6,000 to redo the roof of the Tin Shop Theater. The intent was to match it with $6,000 in local funds based on the estimate at that time. We put that out for bid about a month ago. We got a really good bidding environment. We got 3 bids in, all under our estimate, ranging between $10,020 and $10,800. So we feel really good about our bidding environment on this one. And with that, we recommend moving forward with A Strong Construction as the low responsive bidder for this project. And they will start work next week on it.
Wonderful.
Good award.
That's amazing. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, at this time, I'll take a motion to approve the bid award to A Strong Construction, not to exceed the amount of $10,020.
I move to approve the bid award to A Strong Construction to not exceed the amount of $10,020.
Very good. Do we have support?
I'll support.
Thank you.
Discussion.
Absolutely.
I just got one,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was a little confused. We got another roof we're doing in August, according to the August.
Oh,
bid.
the common, we actually have the
So
material.
the common.
Yes,
Okay.
we have the material on hand for that already. We'll be handling that work in-house when we do it in August.
Okay, I just wanna make a point, next year when they ask for, the guy I am, when they ask for money for the concerts, this is our 10 grand here. There's some more, I just want everybody to understand that on this commission and in this audience.
Right.
That we've already given $10,000 and we're maintaining the buildings too. So,
Right.
I just
That's a
wanted to
good
raise
point.
that.
It's valid. Good.
Okay, well, a lot of people didn't know, but if you've never been to the top of that tin shop, it was full of stuff. And I just wanna thank Mike and his crew. They took the time to move that stuff all out. And I think it went in that shed or something, or the last time I was up there, I know where I'd have put it, but.
It went where you would've
that-
put it.
Okay, it went where I think it should've gone, okay. That's all I got.
The dumpster.
God damn.
Just to clarify.
Was that an attic?
Right.
The Leos helped,
The
and the
Leos.
tin shop board was out there and they were organizing and cleaning.
No,
the
I
shop.
seen what was going on.
Very good. Thank you, Calla, for that. I
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Calla.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't bother me to say a dumpster.
I know, but
As long as it's not the fire part, we can just
No,
leave
it's
that
not a
out.
fire dumpster. or
No,
dumpster.
no, I know. Dan. Okay.
Testing this
Roll call. Yes, I know. I was
Well-
giving you an up. Wait, 1 second, Calla. I'm sorry.
Bianski,
Yes.
Money,
Good? Okay, say yes.
Money,
Yes.
Swam,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you. And keep these guys under control. It's like a comedy show up here sometimes. Moving on to item E, DDA ordinance review.
Yeah, thank you, Mr.
And this is a
Mayor.
review only. I
Yeah,
just want to
This is
establish
just a
this.
discussion, and just given the history on the DDA here in the community, we wanted to get this in front of you before its first reading in 2 weeks. This is the proposed revised changes in our ordinance you'll be introducing at your next meeting. There'll be 2 hearings on that. All this does is bring our local ordinance into line with what's required at the state level under this act. So it'll still up to the DDA to address their bylaw changes that are necessary to get them into this, but this does all the necessary things that need to be done before you appoint that new board. So we just want to get it in everybody's hands early before the first reading in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was a lot to read. That was a heavy.
Yes, it was.
It was a bunch.
So you want our suggestions later on what we do with this, or,
That is up to the mayor how he would like to handle this. Right now, it's just informational. If anybody has some suggestions, I can set up meetings, or you can do it now. It's up to you, sir.
Yeah, I think at this point, I mean, because it is such a lengthy thing, I mean, unless you have something very direct that you want to go through, I'm perfectly
no,
okay
I
with
mean,
it.
no, as long as, I've made some points already. And as long as we're allowed, I can bring my notes down to Cal, cause I think
Yep.
you're doing it, aren't you? You're
Tony.
typing, or you?
Yeah, come on.
I can just bring you what I got.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think just due to the
Okay.
length of it, I mean, Alan, you had a great email, I appreciate that, and I think that it really is, it's a heavy lift, and I think
Right.
we're trying to make sure that everything is done correct. And I think to bring this up to date prior to anything going forward, it's a wonderful feeling to know that that's occurring, so.
And
yeah.
there is a good reason why we're trying to get the tax increment for this year.
Yeah,
So we're not hurrying this because we've had a DDA, but we wanna do it so that we get the tax incentive for this year.
right, and we wanna do it correctly, that's.
Let us
biggest
put the
part.
DDA together and then you can do whatever you want to.
Exactly. Okay, moving on, unless, you guys good? Okay. All right, moving on to item F, budget amendments. Consider the budget amendments number 2 for fiscal year 24 and 25.
As you know, it's that time of year where we're doing budget amendments, and in the finance committee this week, we can go into some more detail. What this reflects is just changes in our budget from when we set it at the beginning of the year to now. As a general, what I see here, and when Deb and I went over it last week, it's pretty typical we see in most communities that I've worked in the past. That said, if you have any specific questions on any changes here in the budget, I'll be happy to answer them at this time for you guys.
This is just bringing us in line to reflect a balanced budget at year end. I imagine we'll have one more. Yep.
Exactly.
And I do appreciate the way it was presented. I'm sure you guys and Gal did as well. Just, it was very clear and concise and understanding exactly why that transaction's happened, so I appreciate that.
I'll move to approve budget amendments number 2 fiscal year 2024-25 as presented.
Thank you, sir. Do we have support?
This money I'll support.
Thank you, sir. Roll call, please.
Money,
Yes.
Swam,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to item G, expenditures. Consider and approving the expenditures of April 14th, 2025 in the amount of $161,989.19.
Yeah, I talked to Tony, $900 TV for the firemen was something that I brought up that I wasn't happy about at all. You can get a pretty good TV for $400. It's just that constant thinking, I mean, it's only $500, but it's not only $500. We gotta get in that mindset, you know? We talked about all the dirt that's going to the landfill. We are gonna be reimbursed for that, so it's one of them, we give it, we get it back. So even though it looks, we talked about the lawyer, we gave a lot of money to the lawyer, so whenever it comes up, I always ask about it. But all you gotta do is look around and look at our agendas. He's actually earning his paycheck, and I did just say it, I meant it.
It's on record, we got it.
I mean, Miss Congeniality, Mr. Fix-It, and their cousin.
I mean, we can use different names, it's cool.
Yeah, so I'm ready to, I mean, I like doing this, I like
I
going through
agree,
this.
I agree.
A couple of the other commissioners call me now
Right.
about it, so that I can, if I've already talked to Tony or if I haven't, cause there's things he doesn't catch, and there's things that he does catch that there's a lot of going on, so he has to address it and let it move forward.
Yep, absolutely. And I think that's another way for us to be transparent to the community. I mean, this is on the record. We're telling you exactly what it is we're looking at, why we're looking at it, asking the questions in public, and then getting definitive answers. And most of the time, you've already got it before we show up, so.
Well,
what
and
more could you
I
ask?
love the fact that you allowed it to have its own separate point, because I hated moving it off the consent calendar, cause it's just a paperwork nightmare.
Right.
And it really does show that we are looking at what we're spending. We don't really have much control after the checks have been written, but we can, you know, we can look at it for the next time somebody does something.
It's a checks and balance.
Exactly.
Right.
Make the motion.
All right.
So I will move to approve the expenditures in the amount of $161,989.19.
Thank you. Do we have support?
Support.
Thank you, Ms. George. Roll call, please.
Swam,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Whedon,
Yes.
Bianski.
Yes.
And Money.
Yes.
Very good, thank you. This time, we do not have any communications. We will take public comment on non-agenda items. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes and approach the podium and state your name for the record, please.
Public, you gotta wait for Haley.
I'm Haley Jones, owner of Chunks. Chunks does open Friday at 4 p.m. We will also be open Easter Sunday. It's only open this weekend, and then we'll be open next weekend, and then May 2nd, we'll be open for the whole season.
Outstanding.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Just want to bring you guys up to speed on what was going on over the weekend in some of our parks. We've had some upstanding citizens decide to set fire to our trash cans in Ravish Park and in Victory Park, and they burnt a bench at Victory Park. So please be on the lookout. Please be on the lookout for these wonderful upstanding citizens.
What do we get to do to them?
Call the police.
Yep. The other thing is, we have dumpsters that we have placed throughout the town for the BYSBA. There's one behind my building, there's a couple out at the, please do not fill my dumpsters with your household garbage. We were working at the ballparks this weekend. We put a bunch of garbage in there from the ballparks, so I smashed it down with my own personal tractor. We come back the next day, for my son's baseball practice, and there is garbage literally 10 foot high out of the dumpster, all over the ground. I thought BYSBA did it, so I texted Joe and said, hey, you know, I don't think the garbage guy's gonna pick it up. And he said, it wasn't us. So, please, if you see a city dumpster, there are some all over town, please do not fill them up. I use them this time of year for garbage around parks and through town and everything else. I need those dumpsters. I'm gonna have to put cameras up now, like trail cameras, to see if we can't catch people doing it.
And I would imagine you've considered locking them, a lot of places put the bar across and lock, and I'm sure that's not convenient.
If you get out of your car and you pull up on the lid, it'll snap right out of the lock.
The plastic will give.
And then the lids are open anyways, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we have them at BYSBA parking lot to take care of their garbage and the garbage through town. It gets dumped twice a week. Please do not fill them up. And if you see someone filling them up, please call the police.
Did you open the trash to see whose it was?
I
I'm
am
just
not
saying,
the
you
garbage
can.
guy, and I'm not going through someone else's garbage, so.
Well, if their name's on it, you can turn it in.
I
Just let 'em know.
understand that, but
Come on, be a dumpster diver for us.
not gonna happen. Thank you.
Don't get paid enough.
Thank you, Mike, I appreciate that.
I want to make a point on that. Tony, the trail cameras, just make sure you hide them really well, because they will disappear. And you can get some really low-priced, good ones, where you can get license plate numbers. So that's something you're gonna wanna think about where you place them too, so you can get a license plate number.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
We got great cameras.
Okay.
Nice.
Seeing no more public comment, move on to executive comments.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mayor.
Yes,
Just
sir.
once again, want to thank you to staff. You guys, everybody's doing an outstanding job. I mean, they've had a lot going on these last few weeks, and staff's just been amazing. Along the lines of the right-of-way enforcement we talked about earlier, we're also gonna start enforcing signage in the right-of-ways. We have a lot of illegal signs for gutter cleaning and stump grinding and all that stuff on utility poles. So we're gonna send out some social media posts just so people know, so they have the opportunity for about a week to take it down. But after that, we will be actively removing that stuff from the right-of-ways around town. Rich talked about Shermer Parkway. We had a meeting with Avonmarsh today on the Riverfront project. That'll bid in late September, just so you guys know. We've got that on track for that. And we'll be having some community feedback on the Commons project here probably in about a month and a half. We'll get some notifications on that before it starts. Just for the group, when we had our progress meeting, K&R Construction, who's doing all the work around town right now that you see, they're out of the Grand Haven Holland area. Literally, they're driving here 2 hours every day to work, and their superintendent said last week, our guys are really enjoying coming here to work. This community is patient, they understand what we're doing, the gravity of it. They said the reception we've gotten in Buchanan, they don't get in most communities they work in. And literally, they said they would come here and work all the time because they just love how their experience has been driving 2 hours. It's still worth it for them. So that's a great reflection here on everybody in the community and understanding on the contractors and what we're going through with that. The only other thing I have for you, the reason Harvey's not here tonight, he's a grandpa again. So, Harvey,
way to go, Harvey.
congratulations.
Yep.
So, that is all I have for y'all this evening.
Very good, thank you. Ms. George?
I just want to say thank you to the AEP and the DPW, and I know Tony's gonna hate me for this, but he was out there helping the guys, and I appreciate that. I think that it was very chaotic there for a few days, as many of you guys know who lost power, and the trees that were down, all the pines that fell. I know Jerry's not here, but all the hard work that Jerry's been doing, and along with everybody in this community, and I just really appreciate that, and means a lot coming from somebody that sees this and has seen this for so many years. I mean, from when I was very young, it's just like the momentum's never stopped, and I just appreciate that. It gives me hope for my future, because this world is just kind of sad sometimes. But anyway, I just want to thank you for all they did, Mike and your team. I also wanted to express my happiness that Chunks is opening. And then I know Mr. Paquette isn't here, but thank you for him coming, and the trail extension, very excited to see that. Also wanted to let Rich know, and everybody that's worked on it, but the feed mill has been an eyesore for quite some time, and I'm excited to see that move forward and be gone, and hopefully bring in something that will benefit Buchanan and get more, just benefit Buchanan. So, with that, thank you for all the staff in Buchanan and everything that you guys have accomplished, and it's really great working with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Swim? A continued praise for AP, the DPW team, downtown business owners, just the response as a community in general. It was relieving to see we were on top of the ball and we acted quickly, and I think the citizens as a whole appreciate that. So thank you to I know I can't name every single person, owner, et cetera, involved, but thank you to all of you if you're part of that. Reminder, DDA applications, please, we're looking for a wide pool of applicants, so please get your application in if you're willing to volunteer, support that board. I believe we'll be reviewing those sometime next month. And then, speaking of dumpsters, I believe it's May 2nd is our community trash day.
Don't mention that, I forgot.
Yeah, it's all right, I got you back, Mike. So bring all your crap to that.
Yeah, we provide dumpsters for a whole weekend for everybody to
Yeah.
bring their stuff to.
Yeah, that's right.
Just don't do it to the ones that are out in the town that I use every single day.
And you can get one free dump a year.
That's Thank you.
Thank you.
The landfill.
That's it.
Get your voucher here at City Hall, you get a free dump.
Come to City Hall, get your voucher.
Yeah, so we provide opportunity outside of those day-to-day use dumpsters there, so that's all I have.
Thank you.
Mr. Bianchi?
First and foremost, I want to say thank you, Beth, for venturing into Facebook jungle and
She did.
saying what you did. It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful.
It was.
And what I did after that is the ones that were the nastiest, I personally messaged, because I didn't wander into Rambo territory, because I'm pretty good at it, and they're all Rambos on Facebook, but you just waded right in there. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, that's good.
It was good.
It was good.
I mean, everything that's going on, that you see going on around town, all these resolutions and everything else, there's so much more that's going on, and I can't say thank you, Tony, enough. I really can't. Other than that, I really don't have too much else to say. I really wanted to thank Beth, though.
No,
You don't get to
that's,
see that very often.
that's 100% was where I was going.
She was doing some slapping.
Yeah, she was.
Steve Bradley too, I don't know if you guys saw that.
Steve, yes, Steve
Yeah.
did.
It's got a lot tougher than when we were back in high school.
Is she?
Yeah, oh yeah, she was a little
Oh,
mellow.
well.
Mr.
All right, it's my turn. Okay, I just want to start out by saying, thanks to Tony and the great staff that we have down here for everything that they do. I truly appreciate it. I'm quite sure that everybody that's sitting here appreciates. They were here when the power was out, working offline. So you don't really get that kind of dedication in a small operation like this. But I want to thank each and every one of you. Same thing with Mike Baker and his crew. I know you can't pat yourself on the back enough, but they did an outstanding job, because if you drove around this city, it was in shambles, and they did a great job getting it all taken care of. Jerry, Representative Paquette, he's gone. Thanks for what you do. He continues to do to help small town Buchanan in a lot of different ways. Same way with Jerry and all of his buddies. On the trail committee, they've done an outstanding job. That's looking great out there. I want to thank Mona and the AEP people. I'm going to sound like Dan here for a second. In one of my afterlives, I used to do subcontracting work for AEP, and I know when they bring all of those crews in here, you know, what's gonna happen and stuff, and those guys, they all work great. AEP usually runs the bird dog for them, pointing out the stuff, so, yeah, they did a great job, all of those folks that were here from wherever. I know I talked to, one guy from up here at the gas station up to, the Citgo, or the BP station. They just had got in from West Virginia, and he says, darn, it's cold here. When we left this morning, it was 75 degrees in West Virginia where they left, and these old boys didn't have coveralls or nothing, and they were shaking like dogs. So anyway, thanks to all of them. Peter, thanks for the work you did to get the designation on this building. There are a few of us that are sitting here in the audience that remember you know, when this building was active, as a Clark building, it was like I said, the international headquarters, and I think it was, wasn't it the first aid room for a while down here? Didn't we have a first aid? Mrs. Lamb and stuff was down here. You're old enough to remember, so's Beth. So yeah, we've lived here. We've lived here for a long time, so. We've been able to see these come to fruition here. So Patrick mentioned the DDA applications. Need to get those in. Had some great feedback from Mr. Robot here. So we're going to be looking into all of that, and it'll be great to get that going. So other than that, like I said, I gave my recognition early to our staff and everything, so thank you, and to this commission also, because it's all been hard work here for the last couple of weeks with everything that's been going on. And thanks to the citizens of Buchanan, because, you know, outside this building, it's pretty screwed up. And it looks like everybody's been pretty patient, but there are some that get angry easily and kind of go against the grain of the system. I know, you know, going the wrong way on the one-way streets and stuff like that, but, you know, hopefully that'll be taken care of, so thanks again.
Thank you, Larry. Can't really say much more than everybody said. I mean, thank you. It really covered everything. I just want to reiterate to the community, thank you for taking the time to communicate on and be warriors out there on Facebook for us, and for the city staff here who put out as much genuine information about what's coming up, what's going to happen with the streets. I mean, it really, I have never seen in the history of this, of being on the commission, the amount of communication that comes out of this city hall. I know that we have a neighboring community that believes that an individual somehow has superior communication to us, and I don't agree with that. I think what Buchanan puts out is far superior to most cities, and it's extremely transparent, and I appreciate everybody in the community that stands up and fights the good fight to make sure that people understand that the falsities that they put out there are truly false, and it's egregious that they even take the time to type up some of the stuff that they say, because I can't even believe where it comes from. I feel like there should be awards for some of the ones that they come up with, because it's pretty fascinating, but and discouraging all at the same time. But for the people who show up and have the correct information and are being honest and true, that makes our community better. So thank you for that, and thank you to this commission. It's truly been a much more rewarding time than maybe Dan and I have experienced over the years. So, well, maybe some caused by him, but miscongeniality now, so we're good. Yeah, you're good. So with that, I will take a motion to. Oh, yeah, one more. Hang on.
I'm so sorry, I meant to say this in my comments, but I just wanted to let everybody know that the Easter egg hunt is this Saturday at 11 a.m., April 19th, and that should be a fun time to come out and watch the kids, or maybe, you know, get the eggs yourself. But I know that the Lions Club and the Leos have really, they're continuing, starting today, they have continued all, or it's gonna continue all through the week. Stuffing the eggs, and they're working very hard, earning their volunteer hours, and so should be a fun time. Just wanted to let people know that.
Thank you very much.
I see the young lady sitting here in the back. Are you here for like a school project or just?
We're here to meet Mr. McGee when the
It's
And I
very
want her
nice.
to get introduced to going to city hall meetings.
Yeah, that's great, and that's why I didn't mean to embarrass you, but, you know, and we do get young people in here. It's really nice for you to be able, for you to come down here and experience and see what's going on, so thank you for being here.
Yeah, absolutely, thank you. Okay, at this time, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Also move.
We have support?
I'll support.
Roll call, please.
George. Whedon.
Yes.
Yasti. Money.
Yeah.
Angela.
Yes.
You're adjourned.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, Bethy.
I ended up getting a lot of meetings.
Oh, what? Okay, I didn't see too. So we're working on branding. I'm still doing the permits. Okay, people were just asking about it, and like, I didn't know anything. I didn't think it was. So I think they're gonna do like the first year over by, Gateway in that area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're still.
Okay, we're gonna
Now
meet-
it's starting to get permits.
Get
So,
all the-
and then I know what to say. We should, I think we have a meeting next week to finalize some of the. Okay.
If you have anything to say, I think trying to encourage being in the library.
I figured you would be there.
Yes, there's. Smelly, all that.
So.
Well, I was gonna tell you, I got
Oh, so you should.
Maybe in the best view.
I was wondering which way last week.
They're making progress and stuff.
So I will talk to Brandon in our email.
And it's not, it doesn't start till Tuesday. I was still a month and a half.
Yeah, I think it does too.
And then
Peter had a good point.
they have,
But no, it's coming, thank God. We need somewhere to eat. You saw the chunks.